Gender is a fact. This is a fact. Every human being in this room, every human being on earth had to pass through the legs of a woman to be on earth. That is a fact.
Tell me about it,
man. Warning, the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Well, you can't even have an opinion no more. Well, I was looking over my news feed and this comes up. New Hampshire mom breaks silence after son suspended for saying there are only two genders. I shouldn't say you couldn't have opinion no more. Everyone tells us to trust the science, but when it comes to trusting the science that the other side doesn't agree with, you can be punished. So, there's only two genders. This is a fact. This is a fact. It's only two genders. Even if you're a transgender, you're transforming from one gender to the other. You don't see transgenders transform into dogs, cats, cars, anything like that. They either go from male to female or female to male. There's only two genders any way you look at it. But in today's world, if you say there's two genders, you get punished. It's funny how COVID-19 only got statistics for male and females. There's no statistics for the other so-called 59 genders or how many genders are out there. But let's dig a little deeper into it, and then I'm gonna give you a little tidbit of what I think. New Hampshire mom breaks silence after son suspended for saying there are only two genders. The student is suing the school alleging violations of his free speech and religious liabilities. Go ahead. I'm with you. Sue these bastards, because we can't keep having this bullshit. The New Hampshire mother of a high school student athlete suspended from playing in a football game for telling a classmate there are only two genders spoke out publicly for the first time Thursday. Well, they didn't suspend her from school. They suspended her from playing football. I think we should get better titles. Hey, yeah, you know, people are always trying to, grab you. But let's keep on. My first reaction was I was shocked the mother who requested anonymity told Fox News in her statement her son's a football player at the school. Had texted a classmate while off school grounds. See? Off school grounds, he texted a classmate. Let's read on before I give you my 2 cents. My son had already told me about the incident, so I knew what happened. The mother who lives in Rockingham country added, when I saw the text message, I agreed with my son. All he did was state an opinion. He didn't state an opinion, he stated a fact. I defended him on the phone to the vice principal and said he has a right to his opinion. He has the right to state facts. The student and his mother sued Exeter High School and vice principal Mary, I'm not even going to say that, November the 4th, alleging they violated the teen's constitutional right to free speech along with the New Hampshire Bill of Rights. She's probably one of those people on the other side of the fence. The school has a written policy on transgender and gender nonconforming students. They say they have the right to be addressed by their preferred name and pronoun irrespective of their biological sex. Hey man, I don't want to be called cisgender. But if I tell these, whatever they are, that hey, you don't have the right to give me a name, they get mad. But if I tell them, hey man, there's only two genders, they still get mad. But I can't get mad because I don't want to be called cisgender. I'm not cisgender. I'm a male. I don't want to be defined by their terms. Well, they saying they don't want to be defined by my terms, but they want to define me by their terms. Get the fuck out of here. And like I said, a transgender is either transferring to one sex to the other sex. Now these gender non-conforming people, hey man, do what you want. Hey man, do what you want. I don't care. The international refusal to respect a classmate's chosen gender identity, including non-binary and agender, is a violation of the policy, the suit says. The case shows the school increasingly not only thinks their role is to install the correct ideology beliefs in students, but to enforce these beliefs. The family attorney Aaron Hott told Fox News, fortunately, they have no constitutional ability to do that, and it's important that they be reminded of that. The high school linebacker, identified as MP in the lawsuit, said his position aligned with his Catholic faith, according to the suit. The controversy began on September the night when MP was in Spanish class and a student said she was non-binary and preferred to be addressed by the pronoun they. You can be preferred to be addressed by whatever you want. But this is America. I have the right to do what I want. Now, if I don't want to address you as they, I don't have to. Just don't answer me if I don't address you as they. You can prefer whatever you want to be, but I got the right to do whatever I want to be. So we got two conflicting rights. During a bus ride home that afternoon, MP began discussing the incident with some friends, the suit states. A female classmate identified as AG overheard them and allegedly chimed in, "There are more than two genders. AG is neither transgender or non-binary, but believes in gender fluidity," the suit says. She should have minded her own damn business. Goddamn, what's the problem with one of you bitches? You don't know how to mind your own business. AG later obtained MG's phone number, and the pair had a contentious exchange, the paper alleges. First of all, who the fuck gave her a phone number? Second of all, what the fuck made you think that you could text this man and continue this? If this man didn't give you his phone number, you should have never text him or called him and continued with your bullshit ideology. He said what he said. He got the right to believe that. You got the right to believe what you want to believe. You can't force your beliefs on him. He can't force his beliefs on her. She's the one who kept this bullshit going, and this is the way this country is. If I don't believe like you, you can't go on your own merry way and leave me the fuck alone. You got to come back and try to force that bullshit on me. Keep that bullshit to yourself. If that's what you believe, keep that bullshit over there. I don't believe that. Get the fuck out of here. Gender and sex means the same thing, he wrote her. There are only two genders and sexes. Right. She insisted that gender is different from the biological sex one is assigned at your birth. You're in high school. You should know this, she shot back. Who the fuck? I'm 48 years old, about to be 49, and I only know two genders all my life. If you're born with a baseball bat, you're a boy. If you're born with an infield or outfield, you're a girl. But hey, I respect the fact that, hey, you can cut it off or you can let it grow and you can switch over. Fuck it. I respect the fact that you can call yourself whatever you want to. But that does not neglect the fact that there's only two genders. Get the fuck out of here. The next day, MP was pulled out of his science class by the vice principal and his football coach, William Ball. What the fuck? So, an argument takes place outside school, and the girl, being the bitch she is, tells the principal, and the principal and the football coach say, "Hey man, you know what? We gotta suspend dude. He can't go around shouting out these facts because she's upset." Oh, wait a minute. She's in the wrong. She's the one that got his phone number and continued this bullshit. He let it go. He said what he said, let it go. She's the one that want to continue this bullshit. He said what he said, let it go. Now it's going to the school. What the fuck? If the school's going to regulate what these kids do after school, when they can't even regulate what they're doing during school, we're going to have a big-ass problem. We're going to have a lot of kids getting suspended for some bullshit. So now, if I go home and someone don't like what I say, now they go tell the principal. Now I get suspended from my extracurricular activity. I get suspended from school altogether. Get the fuck out of here. We in Nazi Germany already. The pair confronted him with the text message AG had turned over and chastised him for not respecting pronouns. Hayek wrote in the suit. I didn't like, motherfucker, I don't even know what pronouns are. Y'all didn't teach me. This is a bad school. Also criticized his use of impolite language. She suspended him from playing football for 1 week, but that afternoon, Ball reduced the punishment to 1 day. Wait a minute. For using impolite language, them kids are cussing up a storm. You're going to have to spend every kid in that school. I know when I was that age, cussing was like a verb and a noun and a pronoun. So, come on now. The suit seeks normal damage and injunction barring the school from enforcing the gender nonconforming student policy, which it says violates the First Amendment. Exactly. If I want to believe that there's only two genders, which is a fact, that's my business. The school superintendent, vice principal, and football coach didn't immediately return requests for comments. They wouldn't because they know they're wrong. This is bull. This is what America is coming to. If I don't believe what you believe, you gonna try to force me to believe what you believe. And if you can't force me to believe what you believe, you're gonna go find higher people with some type of power to try to force me to believe what you believe. And then you're gonna try to take away my right to liberty, justice, and the pursuit of happiness. What a fucking shame. What a fucking time to live in.
This is bullshit.